Welcome back to the weekly Brooklyn property market update, brought to you, of course, by Engel Volker's Brownstone, Brooklyn. My name is Katrina Carney, and I'm joined again today by Donald Brennan. Hello, Donald. Can't believe we only have 4 days left in April.
Yeah, just flying by, isn't it? So fast.
So let's get straight to last week's data across the 16 key neighborhoods in Brooklyn that we track for new to market and in contract activity. I want to start by talking about the inventory that's coming onto the market and how that splits out across co-ops, condos, and townhouses for resales and also for those shiny new development sponsor sales.
Sure. So let's start with the luxury segment of the marketplace. We had 25 new to market listings last week. 15 of those were townhouses, so that's about 60% of that number. And a lot of activity. We had 12 townhouses actually between 2.25 and just under 4 million. So that's great to see. Demand for that price point is significant right now in the marketplace. So a little more inventory there. We had 8 condo resales, which was 32% of the total, and then 2 condo new development in the luxury segment, which is 8% of that 25 new to market number. Below the 2.25, it's 78 new to market listings up here. 7 of those are townhouses, which is just under 10%. 39 are condo resales, so that's the bulk of that activity at 50% of the 78 total. And 8 new development condominiums, which is 10%. And pretty healthy 24 for co-op resales, which is 31% of that total number.
So are there any trends emerging in the days on market for the luxury market above 2.25 million and that below 2.25 million? Is it trending up, trending down, remaining much the same?
So looking at the 2 different segments back to October of last year, we'll look back that far. Interestingly enough, luxury segment was doing better, quite better than below the 2.25, and with shorter, less number of days on the market. So, but very recently now we have some parity here. We have about 100 days on average, trailing 4 week for both of them. So they kind of close down on each other. So it'll be very interesting to see where this goes as we move through the rest of the spring.
Definitely. And which neighborhoods are perhaps showing the most activity currently for resales versus new developments?
Yeah, for the markets that we track, Williamsburg is number 1 with 7 resale deals last week. Oh, sorry, that's 9 resale deals last week. Dumbo number 2 with 5, and then tied for 3rd in the ranking there is Bed-Stuy, downtown Brooklyn, with 4 apiece.
And does that level of activity tend to reflect sort of the inventory that's coming on? So they're markets where there's generally more inventory anyway?
I think that is the case. That pretty much follows. There seems to be a balance of that across all neighborhoods, different for different asset types. Kind of resales doing quite well. And then again, the townhouses in certain price points getting absorbed fairly quickly. So, but that's a fair assessment of the balance there.
So let's end on our 1Q 2021 report, which of course reports on closed transactions and not new to market and in contract, which we do on a weekly basis. So overall, in your opinion, how strong did you think the first quarter of 2021 actually was?
I was really happy with the strength that we saw in the closed sales versus what had transpired over the last year and a quarter or so. So it was kind of on our radar. Obviously, we were tracking the in-contract deals prior to this, and so nice to see it kind of charted out in the end of strength of 20% for townhouses year-over-year increase, and for condos 80%. And a lot of that is new development product there that's getting closed because they're reaching completion dates on that product, but still incredibly healthy. And those numbers, and this is volume I'm talking about, by the way, gross dollar volume for the product we follow in those 16 markets. For townhouses, we're looking back to first quarter. The other first quarter comparable here goes back to 2017. So 4 years ago, and fairly constant for first quarter reporting back till then. So that was great to see. There's a good stability there. And then for the condominiums, 3 years ago, we kind of the same level gross dollar amount, first quarter 18. And then prior to that, as anybody who follows us knows, it was a tremendous amount of record activity in those prior quarters due to a new wave of development being closed on in the marketplace for condo in different parts of Brooklyn. So bottom line there, got back to some decent stability in what we see here exhibited over the last 4 years for both of those product types.
And of course, we're seeing that reflected continuously through April as well with our weekly data.
Yeah, so far so good. Very strong, consistent, little uptick in some new listings at certain price points, but the absorption continues, and it's good to see.
So that's it from us this week. Check back in next week, of course, for more accurate and informed observations on the Brooklyn property market. And it's goodbye from me.
And just one word here, again, to this one's to buyers today, is that, look, if you have a question about something you look in the marketplace and you've decided to do this by yourself, that's fine. I'm not going to fault you for that. There's certainly a lot of information out there. But if you have a question about something and just need some clarity on something and to have that one question, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm not looking for any kind of, none of us here are looking for long-term commitments to work with people to share what we know. Happy to share anything we know about the product, asset, house, condo that you're looking at. Just shoot us a message, shoot me a text, email, whatever. Happy to answer your questions, so don't hesitate.
Great point, Donald. See you next week.
Take care. Bye.